In 2007, while volunteering as acupuncturists in India, my partner and I spent days treating patients in the rural village of Datam in the state of Jharkhand. During our stay, we were inundated with around 500 people seeking treatment. Sadly, due to the lack of time and facilities, many of the patients were left untreated. The need for permanent healthcare facilities became all too evident. This situation, however, inspired the birth of traditional healthcare.
So here we are in 2009, carrying out our promise of building a sustainable healthcare facility.
Key aspects of this trip will be to strengthen and establish new relationships with the community, to treat people in a temporary clinic and to keep alive the expectations of quality healthcare.
I am Dada Vishwanath Singh. Datam village is very ancient, and the people mostly they are farmer. They survive on agriculture. Only 5 to 10 people are government servant. Except these people, all are farmers. So they cultivate their land and in rainy season because the agriculture completely depend on rain. So their life is depend on the nature. %99% of the whole population of this village under poverty line, under BPL list. But I have a special connection. Why? Because there are many good people who help in all service project. Datam is surrounded by more than 100 villages, and each village we cannot run any clinic in each village. But in Datam, nearby Datam, there is a small railway station. There is a communication, there is a road, small road, very narrow, but there is a road and railway station. People can come from very far also, as well as in its surrounding there are more than 100 villages. I born in Datam, and when I in primary education I got in Datam, and I migrated in another place. In Datam, one day I found that one woman was dying, she is very weak due to malaria, and my mom was health worker. So she came to our house, and that time my mom was not in in our house home. She out of home. I could not give her medicine, and she died. This struck in my mind when I graduated, and then I thought that probably I should serve the suffering people. I started treating the local people by acupuncture, and by the same time I wrote a letter to many of my friends like Tom, Sasha, and many other friends. And Tom, he wrote me that okay, we will help you to establish a sustainable healthcare center. This is a simple story, nothing very big, but and now many people joined him and they visited here as a part of traditional healthcare. And I would be very happy if I work under traditional healthcare and do the good service for the locality.
Okay. Ask her, does she have back pain on her right side?
Here we can divide in a two major group of diseases. First for the rich people and second one for the poor people. For the poor people there will be malnutrition, backache, headache, and whole body pain, sciatica, leprosy, tuberculosis. All the diseases are common to the poor. And malnutrition is a big problem, but there are so many leprosy patients, so many tuberculosis patients, and developmental disabilities, hemiplegia, and epilepsy. There are many diseases. Nowadays cancer also. For the rich people here, diabetes, high blood pressure, and many other diseases, that for the rich people.
The clinic has been an amazing success. Datam and I have treated over 160 patients in about 4 days. We've also had some amazing results. For example, a 2-year-old girl, she hadn't been able to stand before in her life, and she had one treatment and a prescribed massage from her parents, and that night she stood for about half an hour, which the parents were ecstatic over that result. Some other amazing results were some elderly patients who arrived with walking aids, and after 1 or 2 treatments, most of them could come to the clinic without the walking aids. So they were very happy with that result.
I'm Hugh Adamson, I'm an architect from Melbourne, and I'm here in Datam with the team from Traditional Healthcare, and the project is to design and plan the Sustainable Healthcare Clinic. The first part of the process was to really establish a brief, and this is basically a list of ideas that back up the project, and also all the spaces that are required for meeting the needs of the project. So we started with a diagram, in fact. This was a diagram which captured some of the ideas. Now at the centre is the Sustainable Healthcare Clinic in Datam, which is the core idea. And then we have 2 skins outside that. The first being two-way learning and education, and the second being access to right livelihood.
We are after a collaboration between yourself and ourselves. So we wish to learn from your culture, your medicine, and so we wish to learn how you grow your vegetables, and we can bring our understanding and we can combine and we can make the best possible garden and hospital and facility that we can. So we can create this together.
Cooperation. Thank you. Please.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice day.
From there, we established 5 key elements which is meant to play out in each of the projects. So the first is healthcare, which is obviously central to Traditional Healthcare's agenda. This includes traditional Chinese medicine, local practices, what the volunteers can offer, that sort of thing. The second is permaculture, so agriculture, but agriculture with some element of permanence about it. Thirdly, sustainable architecture, and that's really where I come in. The fourth and fifth was energy conservation and management, solar technology, wind technology, and also finally water conservation, so tanks, wells, collection of water, and proper use of black water. The final part of the design brief was to create a list of activities which needed to be accommodated at the clinic. And so these were things like, the treatment room, emergency room, diagnosis room, education space. We decided that we needed a hall and that there'd be an area for herbs and an autoclave room. Then there was all the toilets and the accommodation for both staff and visiting acupuncturists.
We got permission to speak to some other people around here, so yeah, we're going to have a chat to a few other doctors.
And a meeting with actual government officials in January when we come back, so definitely worthwhile. Would you use traditional healthcare, like Ayurvedic or herb? IRIM stands for Indian Research Institute for Integrative Medicine. They have agreed to collaborate with traditional healthcare in the running of the Datam clinic.
It is extremely useful to integrate with the acupuncture, the Indian traditional system.
We are now at one of the original Indian research facilities for natural medicine. It is a facility that has been operating for over 25 years, conducting studies on naturopathic, yogic and Chinese medical practices. One such study is a documentation of over 10,000 tons, which in Chinese medicine is a very important diagnostic tool. This thorough study shows the progression of thousands of patients over many years of treatment. How many classes do you have a week?
Almost every day we have the classes.
That was beyond what was expected. To see a completely set up and running organisation, fully operational, willing to work with us. Done it at times. Yeah.
Okay, we're on our way to the Tata factory where we have a contact. Tata is in fact one of the biggest companies in India. This car that we're driving in is a Tata car, and most of the trucks that we're passing on this road are Tata trucks.
We have the TSRDS, Tata Steel's Rural Development.
We work in a lot of villages. We work in about almost 834 villages.
So we've got the piece of land, we've got the local contacts, we've made contact with the heads of school and the head of police, and they're all saying, wonderful, please come.
And they are basically building, a healthcare clinic there, and the architects, they've got some lovely design.
We'll be more than happy to help anybody who's working in this area.
Baron has established Tirildi Primary School. He gave up his career lecturing at university to educate his local community, as he believes that the children deserve an education. English is the main language in this school, as their aim is to be part of the global community, which will give the children the options that were previously unavailable. Traditional healthcare intends to provide English teachers for this school and others.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So why did you build the school here in Tirildi?
I feel education is the fundamental unit of development.
Traditional healthcare is hoping to form quite an open relationship with this school and interact quite a lot.
Not only that, then they can come to our clinic and then they can learn acupuncture, they can learn sustainable agriculture, engineering, so many facets which will open up for them because of the fact that they can speak English.
All these young kids are learning English and preparing themselves for integration with the global community.
We're all looking in the same direction and we all share the same vision, and together we can make this vision a reality.
Few years before I was dreaming that I am treating the poor persons and the needy persons, and now this dream is coming true, and really this is amazing, and I hope hope very soon we will be in our clinic.
This trip has been so inspiring to all that has been involved. It's amazing to have visited the site, realising it's in a condition ready to build, and to see how our principles can be put into practice. It's been an honour to have met with prominent local figures in the area, and it's great to be able to see how enthusiastic they are to integrate their needs with our ideas. We aim to raise enough money to get back and start building early 2010. Back in Australia, we've been raising funds through a variety of means, from shaking tins on the street to running festivals. The support here is fantastic and is continuing to grow each day. Without this support, the Datam Clinic would not be possible.